If you want to use report generator in ERPLY Books, you would have to go to reports and report generator. There are two options: custom reports, these are reports you've saved before, and report generator to create a new one. Report generator basically gives you access to database without knowing how to create database queries. For this you would not have to know what you're looking for. You can go back in time, you can make grouped reports, you can get reports in this format, in this alignment as you wish, and also it lets you combine different tables. First you would have to select tables. Here you can see the different options. You can select multiple here if there are connections between the tables. For example, here you have payments and here you have invoices. If you select both of them, then you will get all the payments and all the invoices that are connected with each other, meaning that you will not get any payments that are not connected to invoices. With invoices there goes also contacts, but with invoices there is no chart of accounts connection, because chart of accounts connection comes with transaction rows, and transaction rows refers to invoice rows. So for example, if we would like to say if we would like to get cost of goods sold per invoice, then as I said, invoice can have multiple rows which have their own transactions. So for this we would have to get, if we want to get the contact name, we have to get contacts, we have to get invoices, we have to get invoice rows and transaction rows, meaning that we want to get customer name, invoice number, and the amount of cost of goods sold. So as I said, this invoice rows is only needed to refer the transaction rows. Now for the output, I would need, I can just select all of them I need. For example, contact name, invoice number, and I need the debit and credit amounts. And right here I can add different parameters. As I said, I want to get cost of goods sold, so I can say that account equals to product expenses. Now, is this correct? I think not, because this list can include also purchase invoices. So we can add a parameter saying that invoice type should be sales invoice or cash sales invoice. Okay, looks the same. Now there is another thing we have to bear in mind. Invoice must not be deleted, and also invoice row must not be deleted. But as it already has transaction, then we are sure that it's not deleted. But if we wouldn't have transaction row, we would also have to check if it's not deleted. So I'll just add this example. Deleting date time is empty, meaning that it's not deleted. Now, is this correct? Let's scroll down and see. For example, I can see this, it might be the same invoice, although in my demo account I have some very weird data. Okay, what we should do in this case, when we have data in different rows, but we want to aggregate it, meaning we want to group it. For this, I would use this showing groups option. I have to select something that is in this list, or I should select something more in this output. This means At the moment I could group by invoice number if that's unique thing I want to group. And now I got the result of cost of goods sold per invoice. Now another topic, can I get cost of goods sold by customer? Why not just select the customer name here instead of the invoice number? Now you can see that the list is not that wide as it was before, but there are these invoice numbers here. These doesn't have any effect here because ERPLY Books just took the last one because it cannot group the invoice number field. So I could just eliminate it from the list if I want to select it. There is also a couple of more options here. You can see that there is OR here. This can be used, for example, when you want to go back in time to do some audit trail. For example, I take invoices and I can add now different rules like when invoice is created more than, for example, 1st of March, or invoice is deleted more than 1st of March. This way I can add these different options that, for example, I want to go back in time and see who created invoices into March but did this in November. This way I can add rules stating that invoice date has to be in, for example, March, but I have these dates here that are excluding options, meaning that I want to get this or that or that or that. If you would just like to get something like, if you, for example, have two accounts for cost of goods sold, then in this example I showed before, you don't have to add OR, because in this list you can select all those accounts you want. The same way as I was selecting this output here. I will just deselect them. And I can also save the report. As I said, as I showed before, you have these custom reports. Cost of goods sold per customer as it is at the moment. The same list you can see from here, custom reports. When you open it, you can change the information here and just click search. And you have two options to print report, generated reports. And when you print, it just gives you this list and you can copy and paste it to Excel, or you can get the list to CSV file. The columns here are aligned with the with what you selected first, meaning that if you want to see a contact name first here, you have to select it first in the output. I think that's quite much about it. All the details of the rules are included in our website. You can go and check them from the tutorials, and I thank you for watching.